Hello guys, I am super excited to be continuing my Robbie Williams album journey today, and I have arrived at Sing When You're Winning. I'm going to get right into it. If you'd like to see the full-length version of this video, that's available on my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. Alright, let love be your energy. Oh, right into it.
Say sorry kids, we got no reply. If you're willing to change the world, let love be your energy. I got more than I need when your love shines down on me.
So many subtle switch-ups. But they're also completely different sections.
And if you got no love for me, then I'll say goodbye. If you're willing to change the world, let love be your energy. People show me
That gave me goosebumps. What a perfect opening track. And I was pretty darn sure I'd love the track just as much as I loved it when I heard it performed live. That was indeed the case in the studio recording. Threw a lot of surprises at me, namely those switch-ups in the instrumentation during each section of the song, and also those insane ad-libs at the end. What a vocal performance. I loved the raspiness of his high notes because they sounded less perfect and more guttural or animalistic, but it was intentional and it still sounded great. I don't know how he does it. Also, this is the third album where he's opened up with something super inspirational and heartfelt. And when Robbie goes that route, I always expect him to be getting all sarcastic on us, but of course he does that in later tracks throughout the album. At least that's been the trend so far. If there is an album that opens up with a track that isn't super inspirational at this point, I will be quite shocked. By the way, if that is the case, please no one spoil it for me. Alright, Better Man.
Tell someone to love me. I need to rest in arms. Keep me safe from harm and pouring rain through this pain. Lord, I'm doing all I can to be a better man.
Loving this melodically so far.
Go easy on my conscience, 'cause it's not my fault. Once you found that lover, you're homeward bound. Love is all around.
Oh my gosh. Those lush harmonies in the background.
Falling on stony ground. I feel I'm getting old before my time. As my soul heals the shame, I will grow through this pain.
Seeing as Rock DJ is the next track, I think Better Man was perfectly placed after Let Love Be Your Energy because it's a nice come down before we are thrust back into chaos. Obviously, another very heartfelt track lyrically, But what I appreciated about it the most is the structure. The chorus felt like an extension of all the verses, and that structure paired with the melody gave me a bit of a vintage feel. And we all know Robbie is a professional at nailing vintage sounds. All right, I think we are ready to rock DJ. I've heard it so many times at this point.
Show, kicking with your torso. Boys getting high and the girls even more so. Wave your hands if you're not with a man. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. I don't wanna rock DJ.
Nothing will ever beat watching the song be performed live in front of an audience. That's basically the essence of the song, is performing it live. Now all I can think about is when Robbie on Instagram a few months ago at this point wrote out a detailed breakdown of Rock DJ's lyrics line by line, and it was truly the greatest thing ever. Also, if you're ever feeling down or depressed, just visit Robbie Williams' Instagram. I can almost guarantee your mood will improve instantly. I mean, Rock DJ is a classic, and it never gets old. At least, not for me. Then again, I've only been a Robbie fan for a few years at this point, so maybe some of you out there who have been rock DJing for far longer than I have feel differently about the song, but I highly doubt that's the case. I also think that song is genius lyrically because it's one of those songs that's kind of about everything and absolutely nothing at the same time. It's just Robbie's sense of humor turned into a 4-minute pop banger. And speaking of 4-minute bangers, next up is Supreme, which I have also reacted to and already know I love.
Oh, it seemed forever stopped today. All the lonely hearts in London caught a plane and flew away.
This instrumentation couldn't be any more early 2000s. Lost my train of thought for a second.
Keeps bringing you down. All the places you have been, trying to find a love supreme, a love supreme. Well, there's no love in town. This new century keeps bringing you down. All the places you have been. And I'm just screaming, so I gotta turn the track up. Sit back and watch the royalties stack up. I know this girl, she likes to switch teams. And I'm a fiend, but I'm living for a love supreme. Well, there's no love in town. This new century keeps bringing you down.
Oh my friggin' gosh. Next up is Kids with Kylie Minogue. I mean, come on. Going from Rock DJ to Supreme to Kids. That's an insane 3-track run. Anywho, Supreme is one of those songs that gets better with each listen for me. I also enjoyed listening to it much more without having the distraction of the music video, because there was a lot going on in that visual, and there's a lot going on in the song. Also, in terms of instrumentation and production, I still feel like Supreme is the older, more mature sibling of Millennium. All right, Kids.
I've been
just love the fact that the chorus and verses could be completely different songs. Well, the verses and the bridge. That song just put me in the best mood, and it does that pretty much every time. Now, granted, I don't listen to it like on a daily basis. It's not like in my top 5 Robbie songs, but it's one of those tracks that when I do think to listen to it every now and then, it comes to me with open arms, and listening to it is always a journey. See what I did there? I am so sorry. Awesome song. Let's move on. Okay, if it's hurting you.
Please don't think of me. If you do, you gotta block it. I got chills tonight, and you can't be here to stop it. I've hurt you, I can see. Ooh, do you think it's not hurting me? Ooh, do you think it's not hurting me?
In all honesty, what's getting me with this track is the instrumentation. The soundscape of that track was insane. Listening to it made me feel like I was watching Robbie perform it live in a barn at night, somewhere in the peaceful countryside. As heartbreaking as it is lyrically, sonically, it was heaven. Could definitely be a top 3 track for me. All right, Singing for the Lonely.
Singing for the lonely, you're not the only one who feels this. I'm so scared of what I'm doing, scared of you always thinking that I'm boring. Stop me yawning my life away. Tender young confusion, Sam Black Mariah, or blue delusion, leaves me tied on the phone.
There's that falsetto. I need more, Robbie.
Just waiting for the chorus, 'cause the verse is never nearly good enough.
I feel even worse when it's the other way around, where the verses are great and then the chorus lets you down. Ugh.
I'm so sick
Yikes.
of expectation, leaves me tied on the phone.
I wasn't sure how I was feeling about it at the beginning, but everything started to make sense to me as it progressed, and I especially loved that chorus, which is funny because he referenced loving the chorus of a song in the lyrics. Also, that song to me felt like a message straight from Robbie to the fans. I could have misunderstood where he was going with it, but I feel like in the song he was just telling the fans that he does what he does because he wants to continue providing an outlet for us because we're all going through the same things. All right, Love Calling Earth.
This is love calling earth. Do you know
Gosh.
Be loved in return.
I already have so much to say.
I'm so
Okay, first of all, loved the placement of that key change. I'm very intrigued by that song lyrically because I couldn't exactly tell if he was personifying love and singing from the perspective of love talking to Earth, literally, or if that first line was just its own thing and he was singing about himself. I guess it could be both, but either way, to me it seemed like he was drawing parallels between himself and love. Alright, next up. Knutsford City Limits? I think I pronounced that correctly.
You said I was northern scum. I was wounded, baby. Everything mellows in sunlight. And now London's got its gimmicks, and New York's had its minute. Spent my life dancing with shadows in strobe lights.
This pre-chorus is great.
It's alright. Everything mellows in sunlight. You said I was northern scum.
Ooh,
Wounded, baby.
that is dirty.
That's fighting talk where I'm from. And I'm not moving, baby. London's got its gimmicks.
That was another track I wasn't expecting to love as much as I did, based on the intro, but I thought it was extremely catchy, and I always love Robbie's confidence on the tracks where he's telling his story. And obviously his sense of humor was there, but he was being pretty straightforward. Next up, Forever Texas.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
My question is, what does Robbie have to do with Texas?
I got no perspective on the things that you lack. Baby, I don't care. Just lie on your back. Baby, I'm crazy.
Oh,
But lady, I'm lazy. I'm so superstitious, so there's something you should know. The reason I'm doing you is 'cause your friends said no.
What the fuck just happened?
Mother said, son, if you do it too long, you'll go blind. Everybody wants to know how I'm hard. You can read it in the book, 'cause I'm a giver, not a taker, but I won't be
so I just did a little research, and apparently Robbie wrote the song on a mountain in Canada and recorded it in Texas. So that answers my initial question, but that does not explain what the I just listened to, because that I don't know. But it was beyond entertaining. I don't think that's going to be one of my favorites on the album, but I can definitely appreciate the song and all its chaos, and of course, for the insanely rock and roll instrumentation. Alright, by all means necessary. What a sonic 180 already.
It's not about the year after. You want $1 million lay. By all means necessary, you will get your way. You're working charity for your own cause. It's you that they're after. Blame it on your father. Girl, that's possessed ya. You know they'll forget you.
Okay, so I'm looking at the About section on Genius for this song because I wanted to see if there was anything there that could confirm what I took away from the song. And my immediate takeaway was wondering if Robbie was singing about himself, just disguised as a woman. And of course, this quote from Robbie says, it's about this girl or this boy who finds it necessary to go to every party in town, sleep with every pop star, drink a lot, get into trouble, and be vulnerable. And pretty much sounds like me in a skirt. So yeah, don't want to make any assumptions, but I could just tell there was something more to that track based on how harsh he was being lyrically. I feel like you're only comfortable talking that harshly about someone if it's yourself or a person you truly hate with every fiber of your being. All right, lastly, we have The Road to Mandalay, which I have, of course, reacted to and already know I love.
Save me from drowning in the sea. Beat me up on the beach. What a lovely holiday. There's nothing funny left to say. 20 paces then at dawn, we will die and be reborn. I like to sleep beneath the trees. Every mistake I've ever made has been rehashed and then replayed as I got lost along the way. Bum 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 ba da dum bum bum. Bum 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 ba da dum bum bum.
Nice touch to bring the... I almost said the strings. To bring the horns back for the final track. Love The Road to Mandalay as the closing track because it's a very mature reflection of pretty much everything he discusses in the 11 tracks that come before it. And also, the song feels quite somber, but uplifting at the same time. Of course, I can credit the instrumentation for that partially, but it's also the lyrical content because it's not a woe is me song. He's looking back on the mistakes he's made, and he feels like he's gotten rewarded for the good that he's done and also paid for the bad that he's done. That track is so beautiful. Also, I'm wondering when Eternity was released in relation to this album, because obviously the Eternity and Mandalay music videos go hand in hand. So if anyone could help me out with that timeline, that would be greatly appreciated. My favorites are Let Love Be Your Energy, Better Man, Rock DJ, Supreme, Kids, If It's Hurting You, Singing for the Lonely, Knutsford City Limits, and The Road to Mandalay. I'll give By All Means Necessary an honorary mention because I'm going to need more time with that song to figure out how I really feel about it, but I did think it was extremely clever. Once again, he dipped his toe into so many different genres, but it all felt sonically cohesive. And my current top 3 would have to be Better Man, If It's Hurting You, and The Road to Mandalay. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this album and your top 3. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!